I loved the whole aspect of performance and being in community with everyone on stage. It's a really good feeling. My name is Morgan Sicklick, and I am a dancer with Wonderbound in Denver, Colorado. I grew up in Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey. I have two younger sisters. Alexis, she is a line cook at a restaurant called Dirt Candy in New York City. And then I have another younger sister named Tori, who is studying at the University of Utah, earning a BFA in musical theater. My dad is a dentist. He owns his own business in Teaneck, New Jersey. My mom works in the hospitality industry. I started dancing when I was about 3 years old. My mom put me in ballet classes, and the love for dance kind of just grew from there. My first ballet teacher was Irene Fokine. She was a special person. She was kind of, in a sense, like a grandmother, but also really harsh at the same time. Like, you knew that she cared about you, but she had an interesting way of showing it. She demanded a lot from you, but she taught you how to be determined. We spent a lot of time at the dance studio when we were younger. Our parents would take us into the city to see different Broadway musicals and take different dance classes in different art museums in New York and Philadelphia and New Jersey. So arts were a big part of our lives growing up. So I believe the studio closed in 2010. I wasn't really around for it because I was in school, but it was weird knowing that I didn't have that dance home to come back to. Kind of after that, things just started going downhill, especially with Miss Fokine's health, and she passed away December 5th of 2010, which I had a very hard time dealing with, actually, because she was the first person that I felt very, very close to that I had lost. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to continue dancing after high school, just because I was very interested in business and I thought that was something I would pursue in college. But when it came time to make the decision about applying to different schools, I decided that I didn't really want to leave dance behind just yet, and I figured I'd just apply to some dance schools, see what happened, and kind of let life lead the way. I went to college at Butler University in Indianapolis, Indiana. I was a dance performance major, and I graduated in 2013. I earned a marketing minor as well. We took a lot of different dance academics as well as more performance-related classes. We actually did a lot of performing. We had two main ballet productions a year. One was Nutcracker, the other one was a spring ballet, where we switched off between Cinderella, Coppelia, Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty, and Giselle. My favorite thing was a piece choreographed by Paul Taylor called Le Sacre du Printemps. It was also known as The Rehearsal, but it is Paul Taylor's version of The Rite of Spring. And it is, instead of using the full score, they used just a score with two pianos. After college, I did many, many auditions, and I ended up with a job at Kansas City Ballet's newly formed second company. I was one of the first 5 members, but it was a really good experience, and I really learned a lot working with the company and just being in a professional setting after college. I danced with Kansas City Ballet for 2 seasons in their second company, and I knew that I wanted to move on to something else that was a little more contemporary in nature. I love ballet, I love taking ballet class, but in terms of performing, I never really felt quite as connected to the performance aspect of ballet as I did with the other contemporary movement experiences that I had had in the past. So I was kind of looking for something that would allow me to experience both. I did a lot of different auditions, and I ended up getting a job with Wonderbound, and it's pretty much the perfect fit. And really, it's all about exploring the human experience and how you can do that through art. My favorite contemporary experience would have to be rock ballets, which we just performed for a second time here at Wonderbound. There's a specific ballet called Love of My Life, which is all Queen music. I was the mother in that ballet. It's about kind of the relationship between a mother and son and how that grows and develops over time. The movement feels very natural within my body, and I like being able to portray a deeper and more vulnerable side of myself in terms of the emotional intent of the piece. The future for Morgan Sicklick, I mean, I would love to stay Wonderbound for as long as humanly possible. I'd love to be able to choreograph at some point in the future. Dance, it's not just about the individual, but it's about how we can all collaborate together and make something better than the individual parts alone. Can be nerve-wracking, but is also calming at the same time. I'm gonna stop dancing when it stops becoming fun.